Good evening, everybody. I wanted to go ahead and start the recording. I know several people aren't going to be able to make it to our meeting tonight. Hello, everybody, and I'm so thankful to be your fearless team leader. This is Cindy Stevens, by the way, in case you didn't know. I'm sure you do. I just wanted to first just tell you how proud I am of all of you. I know that every month some of you are working hard, and every month that how do I want to word this? Please forgive me. I want to say how proud I am of you because I know many of you have full-time jobs, many of you have kids, and you are working it. You're working your business every month consistently, whether that is a $200 party, or whether that's being active at $150 level, or whether that's putting in $1,000 or more dollars in sales. So I just wanted to say thank you for being a part of the Fearless team. Tonight we're going to go over some things. I do want to give some recognition out, so when you watch this later, you get to see that you're doing good. Okay, so it is March 27th, and I realize that the end of the month is just a couple days away, so many of you may not even have all your shows in like I do. I have like 4 or 5 more shows to get in before the 30th, so I totally understand that. But right now, as of this moment, this is where we stand. Lee Richardson has $205.37 in for a show. Bethany Vitero has $142.50. And Bethany, I wanted to mention to you, just so you know, you're only $57.50 away from having a $200 month, and that would make you giving you an active month. However, 150 does get you to activity, so I think it's only like $8. Let me do that real quick. I wrote the wrong thing down. I'm so used to using the $200 level, so please forgive me for just a minute. 142. Ooh, that didn't work. Bad math. $200. You guys probably already have this done in your heads because you're so much smarter with math. 57. Yeah, 57. And I did it with 200. Anyway. You're maybe like $8 away, Bethany, from getting to the activity level so that it counts as an active month for you. So you might want to make sure that you do that. Wendy Lunko, $55 in sales so far this month. Good job. Kyra Matlin, stay-at-home mom, has 2 little kids, a new baby in the house. $45.25 so far. So I'm sure that we're going to jump up quite a bit. Like I said, I have several parties to get in yet to the end of the month, so I know that a lot of times we don't have everything in at this point, but I just want to give you credit where credit's due for what you've done so far. So tonight is all about bookings, and I want to set a timer so that I stay on track with you guys, so that we do not go over our time limit and you're like going, oh my gosh, she said it was 30 minutes and it's already been X, Y, and Z. So hold on, let me find my alarm. I'm going to put an alarm for 9 o'clock because that's what time we end. Wrong one. My phone is acting so crazy these days. I'm thinking I'm going to be having to get a new one soon, and I'm not looking forward to it because I'm trying. Then I'd have to make the decision nowadays between the new Samsung one or the iPhone. So. If you have a preference and you have a reason why you've used both of them, let me know what you think. So 9 p.m., that gives us 25 minutes. Okay, so this training that we're going to talk about right now is because of a question that we had at our last meeting from Bethany. Thank you so much for being there and asking that question. And it was about bookings. And she was sharing that she really is frustrated because she feels like she's not getting the bookings that she would like to get on her calendar, and she's hearing no all the time. So I wanted to go over just the basics about bookings and help you to maybe see it from a different point of view. A lot of times I think that, the way that we present things and our attitude towards things and our frustrations, they come out, and then people see that, and, maybe it's not as, we get frustrated. We all do. Just so you all know, I do too. I have months where I am struggling to get my bookings on the calendar, and I have those times where I'm like, oh gosh, how am I going to do this? all you know as well that I'm a woman of faith, and so I truly believe in praying over your business and committing your business to Jesus. So if that's part of something that you would be willing to do, I highly recommend it. Getting God involved in your business is always a good thing. He's so much smarter than we are, or at least I am anyway. Okay, so first off, bookings are the lifeblood of our business. There's no two ways around that. It's the lifeblood of our business. So when you're out of bookings, you're out of business, basically. Oh my gosh, hold on just a second. Phew! Oh, excuse me. Oh, so sorry. All right, so with that said, if we're out of business, when we're out of bookings, then have you ever ended up in that place where you have no bookings? I've been there multiple times in my 7 years where I have, for different reasons each and every time, but looked at my calendar and the calendar forward was nothing, absolutely empty. And that's a scary place. It really is. And I hear it, hear it from me, know that I understand. It's a scary place because especially if you're counting on a monthly basis, you're counting on your bookings to bring in the income that your family needs. So I totally get it. I totally get it. So how do you overcome that? Well, I think the first part is to deal with whatever fears you have about bookings. For me, when I'm in that place, I start getting fearful about what am I going to do with the finances. I start getting fearful, like, how will I get the bookings? I start to get fearful of, oh my gosh, what if I'm offending somebody by calling them? I get fearful of, what if they say no? All of those little voices start rolling around in my head and start making all their, like little foxes nipping at my heels. So the first thing I do is I sit down and I have to face those fears and realize, call them what they are. They're fears. And I remember a long time ago, I heard a teaching about fear, and fear, the FEAR stands for false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. And so I take a look at it, and sometimes I'll even write them out, like, here's my fear, here's my fear, here's my fear. And then I realize, I look at them and go, okay, will I die? Is this life-threatening? Is this fear something that is a life-threatening situation? Well, is the fact that they might reject me and say no going to kill me? No, it's not going to kill me. Is the fact that I don't have the income that I want for that month yet, and I use that big word yet, is that going to kill me? No, it's going to make things hard. I might have to dig deep in the freezer for some food or something, you know what I'm saying? But it's not going to kill me, okay? So I go through each and every one of those fears that I've written down and identified, and I ask myself, is this going to kill me? And if it's not going to kill me, then it's something that I can overcome. I really believe that I can overcome anything with God's help. And so I can overcome all of those fears as well. The next part of overcoming those fears is to take action. I learned a long time ago in my business that the biggest hindrance to my business and that big word fear is inactivity. Just do something. Make a plan and do something. Whether it's call 3 people and let them know what the specials are or whatever. Or if it's just talk to one person in the grocery store, whatever your goal is, if it's an activity that you can do, then I'm going to say do it. Do it as fast as you can, because the sooner that you do an activity, the sooner the fear is dissipated, because no longer can it hold you captive. Okay? So one, focus on what are you afraid of? Okay? And then take an action to overcome that fear. Okay, so the next thing I think is to write down for yourself, why do you do Pampered Chef? Are you doing Pampered Chef for the fun? Are you doing Pampered Chef for, the money? Are you doing Pampered Chef for the trips each year? Are you doing Pampered Chef to support your kids? Are you doing Pampered Chef to get money so that you can, have some fun money, some petty manny money, whatever? Why do you do Pampered Chef? And why then do you believe in Pampered Chef? Okay, so that would be the next thing. Why do you believe in Pampered Chef? Do you like the company? Do you believe in the products that you have? What are your favorite top 3 favorite favorite products. I'll tell you, hands down, you cannot get that. I am in love, 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 love the Rock Crock. It's my favorite product. And I may have shared this with you guys before, that when it first came out, it sat in the box in my closet waiting to be used for almost 6 months because I was scared to pull it out. I didn't know anything about it. It kind of freaked me out. It was new, and I don't do change very well. And so I finally pulled it out, got using it, and went, oh my God, how did I ever live without this thing? Because I can do microwave, I can do oven, I can do broiler, which I don't do broiler that often, but I can do it if I want. I can do the grill. You know the Rock Crock. If you're not using it on a daily basis, I'm going to challenge you to use it on a daily basis and fall in love with the Rock Crock. So fall in love with 3 things. So right now, my 3 things would be the Rock Crock, the double grill pan. I just used that tonight. I use that. Those 2 are my 2 go-tos of everything. And strangely enough, my next favorite are our knives. I use the knives every single time I cook. And I'll be honest with you, and I share this sometimes even with customers, that I would rather have them learn how to use a knife properly and to keep away from all the gadgets. Because once you can use a knife properly, you don't need a lot of the gadgets. You can do it I can do most of what I need to do faster with a knife than I can with half the gadgets, because the knife is good. So a good quality knife. And I honestly believe I've had what was considered the best of the best and the best in the world. And Pampered Chef knives are better. Better, better, better. Love them. So fall in love with something out of the catalog, a couple somethings. Okay? Fall in love with them. Use them all the time and start thinking about, how do I use them? Why do I use them? When do I use them? And make notes. Make like a little tablet off to the side, because that's going to be, when you fall in love with them and you get excited about those things, you're going to want to share it. That's how we are. As human beings, we find good things and we want to share them. So when I'm calling somebody, or I'm texting somebody, or I'm Facebook messaging somebody for a party, it's usually I'm telling them, I'm so excited about this new recipe in this, or whatever it happens to be, and sharing with them, this is going to help you. Find out what's going to help them. Think about that before you send that text message, before you make that phone call, before you make that Facebook message. Think about the person you're about to message or talk to, and think, okay, for example, how would the double grill pan help them? List it for them. Well, maybe you know that the person you're about to talk to has 4 kids. They're running around to soccer field after soccer field, or lacrosse field, like I'm doing right now, running from lacrosse field to lacrosse field. Running their kids here, there, and yon. They're tired. They're getting home. Sometimes it's 7:30 at night, and that's when they're finally being able to feed their kids. Well, the grill pan can quickly grill vegetables, can quickly grill their meat for them, and they get a healthy, nutritious meal. They can even grill fruit. So they can do all kinds of things with that grill pan, including you can even bake it in the oven, use things to bake in the oven. So think about the features and the things that would benefit that person, because this business is a service business. We do what we do to help other people. And so thinking about, how can I solve a problem this person has, or how can I benefit this person by hosting this party? I mean, the obvious for hosting a party is they get freebies. But I can tell you that a lot of people are nervous about hosting a party because they're afraid to ask their friends. They don't want their friends to feel obligated to buy anything, and that kind of thing. Well, if you've been to any of my parties, you'll know that I'm not pushy about sales. I'm excited. I am like over the top excited, sharing all the good things about our business and the good things about our products. And I'm honest too, because I've been asked at parties about a certain couple products that I really am not thrilled with. And I will be tactful, but I will be honest. And I think they appreciate that too, that they know that you're not there just to sell them any old thing. So 1, be honest. 2, fall in love with products, fall in love with them. Find out how that's going to meet their needs. And then let's say you've exhausted your list of people that you've talked to. Okay, start thinking about a new list. Think about a list of making people. For example, let's say I have a friend named Lisa. And Lisa has told me, no, Cindy, I really am not up to a party right now. Maybe in 6 months. And I'll be, okay, fine. Can I check back with you in about 4 months just to see how you're feeling about it then? And usually Lisa will say, sure, you can check back with me. Okay, now I have permission to call her, so I don't feel so awkward about calling her. The other thing that I do is I'll ask Lisa, hey, Lisa, can you think of anybody in your friends and family circle that would enjoy getting some free Pampered Chef products? And then I wait to see if they can think of anybody. Or you go, who in your family or your friends do you know that would love to get some free Pampered Chef products? Who do you know that loves to cook? Who do you know that's on Facebook all the time? That kind of a thing. So you're going to be asking for referrals. If they give you a referral, that person, if Lisa gives you a referral and that person books a show with you, I totally give them like $25 worth of free products, because that is valuable. That new show is valuable to me, whether it's a virtual show, catalog show, or cooking show. And I want them to know I appreciate the referrals, which also encourage them to refer somebody else in the future as well. Okay. So that's that section of it. Now I want you to also think about the kind of parties that we offer, or the kinds of parties you offer. Okay. So for me, I offer cooking shows, catalog shows, virtual Facebook shows. I offer bridal showers. I offer home housewarming parties. I offer birthday parties. I've done several birthday parties. Been very successful with that, by the way. A couple young ladies that was in their 18, 20, 22's age range did birthday parties for them and their guests. And the guests bought what they wanted for themselves and maybe a little something for their host. And she got free rewards. Same thing as yesterday. I did it wasn't a bridal shower because there is a pending bridal shower in the future, but a mother-in-law to be wanted to offer her daughter a Pampered Chef party. Her future daughter-in-law to be a Pampered Chef party so that she could stock her kitchen. They just got the house. They just moved in. She needs some stuff to do some cooking. Well, we had, I think maybe 15, 20 people there at least. I didn't do the head count, but I know that there was quite a bit of ladies there. All excited, having fun. A couple more, kind of like resistance about the station style show. But they all loved doing this. And they bought, 90% of them bought stuff for themselves. And then one or two things for the young lady to come. But the young lady, the show's already way over $1,700. So she's getting a whole bunch of stuff for free. And that's also a benefit for them. So think about how your different kinds of shows that you offer are a benefit to them. If you're not currently offering virtual shows, I'm going to really encourage you to get on some of the groups on Facebook about Pampered Chef virtual shows. Learn as much as you can about them. Take the time. Getting started with Pampered Chef virtual shows is a bit time consuming, I must tell you. But once you get it started, it really is much, much easier. So it's just about getting it started. But there's tons and tons and tons of resources out there for you, including, I think we have a lot of pictures in our group, our team group. So feel free to utilize them. And if you want, I can always, if you're willing to be a silent voyeur in one of my parties, you're welcome to be in one of my parties. I'll invite you. As long as you don't do any commenting or anything at all, you're just like a little fly on the wall, then feel free to go in there and watch. Or I'll let you go in one of my closed ones and you can go back and see what I've done and things that were exciting, and you can see the conversations and how it works. Okay? All right, so the next thing that I want to talk to you about is so important. How do you approach it? What do you say? Well, you know what? First thing I'm going to encourage you to do is take a refresher course in PC University. Go on to the Consultants Corner, go into PC University, and go back and listen to the audio tape. So I did take a couple notes. There's one audio training on out and about contacts made easy. There's one called 3 a day, so it's your 3 contacts a day. and there's one about building business, and there's some other ones on abundant bookings and things of that nature. Go into the Pampered Chef. Go into the Pampered Chef resources and utilize them, because there's a lot to learn. And go in there, and also on YouTube. I'll tell you, on YouTube, there's a lot of consultants. I would totally recommend anything by Stacy Itzel. I would recommend anything from Sharon Zellin. Thank you. I had to think about that. I couldn't get her name in there. And there's several others that I subscribe to, because they're up there, and they've been doing this longer than I have, and they have a lot of good ways to word things. So look at how you're wording things. I remember long ago, I was doing a training before Pampered Chef, and they were talking about communication, and they were saying how different people communicate, and how important it is to say things in a way that is inviting. So they used this little story, and they said that, there's no difference in what this man says, but it's the way and the words that he uses to say it. So one man comes home from work and says, "Oh, honey, when I look at you, time stands still." Sounds good, doesn't it? Okay, so the other guy comes home, same guy comes home, and this is what he says. He says, "Honey, your face stops a clock." Wow. I'm not sure. I don't think he was going to get the brownie points that he was looking for on that one, right? So it's all about how we say things and the genuine sincerity. So one, again, back to that, be excited. Two, look at the way that you're wording. Listen to yourself and the way that you're wording, and practice over and over and over until they're like the words just roll off your tongue. Words that maybe aren't maybe the way you would say things, that you're learning from somebody else. Practice them. That's how they become part of what you would say. Say them over and over again. Say them in the car. Say them to stuffed animals. Say them in the mirror. Say them as you're driving. Just practice the wording over and over again of these giants in Pampered Chef that have a gift for being able to book shows and knowing what to say. And of course, Pampered Chef gives you some verbiage as well. So use what is already there. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. All right, we've got about 6 minutes left. So I want to talk to you also in this whole booking thing. Oh, I was going to, trend of thought. Help me, Lord. Here. Okay, once you get one booking, okay, then it's just about snowballing it. From every party, you want to enlist your host to help you get bookings. I challenge all of my hosts in part of my host coaching, whether I'm texting them, Facebook messaging them, or talking to them verbally. I challenge them with a prize when they help me get 3 bookings from their party. Now, I let them know that they're going to get 50% off at those parties, and I let them know that I have X, Y, and Z prize, whatever it is, for them when they secure or help me to secure 3 bookings. Now, I do that also at my parties in a couple ways. So, for example, I have hosts that will have 1 or 2 bookings before I get there. And I write that. Hold on, let me get it real quick. Where is it? Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it was right here. Okay, well, I have this cute little bag, and it's just a little, bag about this big by this big, and it's bright yellow, has a big flower on it, so it's really eye-catching. And in that, I put a gift that's bigger than the bag, so it's really standing out there, so it makes the gift even look bigger. And I just put 3 sticky notes. Sometimes I put 4, to be honest with you. So sometimes I put 4, but usually I put 3, and because it looks good. And so I tell them at the party, I pull the bag up and I go, look, this special prize is going to go to your host when we have 3 bookings tonight. Now, if she's already had 2 bookings, right? Well, then that's when I'm going to have the other 2, and I'll say 4. But if she's already got 2 bookings from me, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to have their names on there and say, look, everybody, she's got 2 bookings already. She only needs at least 2 bookings tonight. So as I'm doing my full service checkout with everybody, obviously I'm asking every single person, what would be a great time for you and your friends to enjoy a virtual party, catalog party, or a great cooking show like this one? I'm inviting them to book their party, okay? When they do, let's say I get number 3, and I'll write the name of it, like, oh my gosh, and I hail the host. Hey, Susie, guess what? You've got 3 bookings, 1 more, and you get the prize. Okay, so I'm telling you, more often than not, I walk away from my cooking shows with at least 3 bookings. Sometimes 2, but almost always 3 or more. And it's because I'm giving a prize, they're excited, and I'm following up the very next day. I'm texting those people that book shows, oh, I'm so excited to work with you to make sure that your party's the best it can be. I'm just really looking forward for us to be a team for the success of your party, kind of thing. I mean, I make it shorter, but basically that's what I say. So I'm using visual aids. They're excited to help their host. I'm putting it out there again and again, showing it to them. And I kind of do the same thing on my virtual parties. I tell my hosts that I'm looking for them to help me. I'm looking for them to get at least 3 bookings. I tell them it's very normal. Most of my hosts get 3 bookings, and I want to make sure you do too. We want to work towards that goal. Ask everybody. And then I tell her, I want you to pick out 5 people on your virtual party that you think, maybe this person loves to cook. Maybe this person loves to go to restaurants. Maybe this person is really super busy with kids, whatever. And so I want you to pick out 5 people from your party that you think would be great hostesses. And then I ask them to message them and include me in the message, make it like a 3-way group message. And then we have a conversation about them hosting a party. And I tell my host, I want you to write in your post, hey, Susie, I was telling Cindy that you would be a great host for a Pampered Chef party because, and then I want her to tell the because. And then I'm going to go on there when Susie responds. If Susie responds, well, I don't know, or whatever, I have dialogue and conversation. As long as you have dialogue and conversation, you have potential bookings. Okay, 1 more minute left. I hope this helped a lot for you guys. I will, if you want, we can do this again at another time. Bookings are, again, the lifeblood of our business. Check pamperedchef.com out through Consultants Corner and look at all the different things that you can learn. Check YouTube out. That's another place. And then there was, one more thing. I hope we can talk real fast. Bless a business. Pick a business local to you and take them a plate of brownies and a couple catalogs. It may turn into a catalog party, or it might just get a few orders. You just never know. But what is it? A box of brownies is $1.59. Really? So you could take that, maybe the whipped cream maker, and make it up real quick in front of them if they're willing. Whatever you want to do. But blessing a business is one way to also get to meet some new people. So you got to get out there, meet some new people, be excited about what you have to offer. Key in on what are the 3 products you love the most and why are those going to help everybody. Okay, so that's the recap. I hope you enjoyed this. I would love for you guys to comment below on, there we go, it's telling me it's time to stop. Okay, so make sure that you comment below after watching this that you watched it and what you liked best and how it was a value to you. Okay? Bye, everybody. Thanks for being part of our team. You guys are awesome!